Wow, what's good? It's me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the amazing LDBC, Lions Den Boxing Community. This past weekend, I was in Dallas, and I was in Dallas at the LDBC meet and greet. Met a lot of individuals from the LDBC. Got to meet a lot of individuals, and one person in particular I was able to meet. Bill Haney, who is the father of undisputed lightweight champion Devin "The Dream" Haney. Bill Haney is a real nice guy. He's real personable. It's just real nice meeting him and talking to him. And meeting Bill Haney this weekend, it kind of got me to thinking, when was the last time a guy has been an undisputed champion and been as ducked as Devin Haney is at this moment? Now, let's kind of go back to how we got to the point where we are. Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko, he's been one of the individuals that has ducked Devin Haney when Devin Haney was the WBC mandatory to fight Loma. Instead of Loma fighting Devin Haney, he opted to drop his WBC championship, and he decided to become and apply and become the franchise champion. Instead, he eventually fought Teofimo Lopez. Therefore, that made Devin Haney the WBC champion. A lot of people was calling Devin Haney the email champion, even though Vasil Lomachenko decided to just drop the WBC title and not fight him. So he eventually fought Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez beat Loma, and he became the unified lightweight champion. And he's another one, instead of fighting Devin Haney, he opted to fight George Kambosos. And of course, it was an upset. George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez. All right, and eventually we got to the point where George Kambosos, once he became unified champion, he said he was going to fight Devin Haney. Of course, he really immediately was not trying to fight Devin Haney. I really think he had no real intent. However, since Vasil Lomachenko was at war defending his country against Russia, over in Ukraine defending his country, essentially there was no other option for George Kambosos but to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney became the undisputed lightweight champion. Now, other individuals that also had no interest in really fighting Devin Haney, we would say Gervonta Tank Davis. Of course, a lot of Tank's fans thinks that Tank can knock out Devin Haney. However, Tank has really made no effort to really fight Devin Haney. He said if he gets past George Kambosos, then hey, he'll like to fight him next. However, he's made no attempt to really fight Devin Haney. In addition to that, Ryan Garcia, he was the interim WBC interim champion, and instead of him fighting Devin Haney for the WBC title, he just basically proceeded to drop the title and not really put any emphasis on fighting Devin Haney. So despite what people might say, undisputed really isn't that important in the lightweight division, and Devin Haney is not a boogeyman, so on and so forth. If he's not a boogeyman, then why is no one in the lightweight division really trying to fight him? Now, I understand that Loma is coming back. He's going to come back. But instead of him straight away trying to fight Devin Haney, he's opting for a tune-up fight. It seems as if Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis has been angling to fight each other. However, I really don't see that fight coming to fruition. I think it's just another way of those two basically avoiding Devin Haney, making it seem like they're going to fight each other. However, I don't think Ryan Garcia has any intent on fighting Tank Davis, and I don't think Tank Davis at this point is going to fight Ryan Garcia, because I don't think Ryan Garcia is really looking for that fight. To me, the easy fight to make for either guy would be to fight Devin Haney. However, that would be too much like Mike. Now, if today or tomorrow, if one of those other guys, Devin Haney decide he just wants to drop all of his titles to lightweight division, and one of these other guys become undisputed champion, of course it'll be the greatest thing in the world. So I don't understand why Devin Haney isn't getting the credit he deserves, being the undisputed champion. I really don't understand it. And the crazy thing about it is, if you look at a lot of these pound-for-pound rankings, ESPN in particular, Devin Haney is not even on their pound-for-pound top 10 list, which is ridiculous. Not only is he the undisputed champion in the lightweight division, but nobody's really looking to fight him. He's an avoided fighter. He's a ducked fighter. And nobody really seems to be trying to fight him. And, of course, certain individuals are saying if he's as good as they say he is, then he should just move up to junior welterweight and try his hand in that particular division. Now, after the way Josh Taylor looked against against Jack Catterall, I don't think Bob Arum would even consider putting Josh Taylor in the ring with Devin Haney at this point. Of course, I think Devin Haney kind of feels like he has big fights at the lightweight division, but nobody in the lightweight division has seemed to be knocking at his door to fight him in a major fight, whether it's Tank Davis, whether it's Loma, whether it's Ryan Garcia, so on and so forth. So we'll just kind of see how things play out in the lightweight division. In addition to that, excuse the noise in the background. In addition to that, it's going to be interesting to see when Devin Haney decides to move up to junior welterweight, if he would get an opportunity to become undisputed in a second weight class. I don't think that's going to happen straight away. But time will tell. We'll see how things play out. In addition to the Devin Haney saga, in terms of him not really getting the credit he deserves, nobody really trying to make a big fight with him in the lightweight division. It's going to kind of be interesting to see. Once again, excuse the noise in the background. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the welterweight division if we get the undisputed fight that we have been looking for the longest, in terms of seeing if Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford is going to fight for undisputed in the welterweight division. Hopefully the fight gets made next, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like a wait and see type of thing, because there has not been any real movement or any. I haven't been hearing anything in terms of what's going to happen. Last I heard, Stephen Espinoza and Showtime has been saying that Terrence Bud Crawford has priced himself out, which I don't see how that could be the case, because Canelo could get a bag of money for fighting his local mailman, yet they really don't want to put up the money for the biggest fight in boxing, despite what anyone may say. I'm looking, as a boxing fan, I'm really looking forward to undisputed in the welterweight division, more so than to watch Canelo fight Triple G for a third time in a fight that I'm not interested in, and anyone that I know that's a boxing fan is interested in that fight. So it's just kind of wait and see what's going to happen with the welterweight division and in the lightweight division. So like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you'll be alerted anytime I post any new videos. Again, it's Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the amazing LDBC Lions Den boxing community, and looking forward to seeing y'all on the next video. Next video, we're gonna talk about the heavyweight division, what's gonna happen in that particular division. Is Wilder coming back? Who he's gonna fight next? So on and so forth. So stay tuned for the next video. Again, it's Coach 67 Sports TV, and I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace and blessings. Have a great day.